Canelo has power. That's his natural fighting weight. You're moving up. That's not your natural fighting weight. You have the speed advantage. So are you going to be able to maintain that speed advantage and still be able to pack a punch?
If you can punch, you can punch.
Okay.
You know, it may not have the same effect that it did on a smaller guy, on a bigger guy, but if you sharp, you sharp.
Right.
You know, and I don't got to knock him out. I just got to beat him.
Right.
Canelo's not just a puncher. I don't know why. That's
what people believe, huh?
It's just like this. They don't know boxing. They just looking at him being strong.
The bigger man.
He's a great boxer. You know what I mean?
Right.
People taking away from his boxing skills and just thinking that he's just this puncher when that's not true. So
no, nothing. Just good luck and same. I said to him, I hope we put a good show September. No like this.
I think Crawford wants this fight a lot. He wants this fight, and I think he will be more active than Canelo's previous opponent, and he has different mentality. He has champion mentality. I think fight will be much more.
The boxing world is in shock and excitement as it's finally confirmed. Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford are set to clash this September. Crawford acknowledged that Canelo is the face of boxing and the toughest challenge out there, making it the biggest fight of his career. He sees it as a chance to share the ring with another great fighter. When asked about his game plan to beat Canelo, Crawford kept it simple and confident, saying people will see for themselves when they step into the ring.
The face of boxing, he's the best fighter for Terence Crawford out there. He's the biggest fight for Terence Crawford out there, so that's why Terence Crawford want to take the opportunity to share a ring with another great.
How do you beat him?
You will see.
Amir Khan shared his thoughts on the upcoming Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Crawford fight, calling it an even bigger and more thrilling matchup now. He pointed out that while Canelo is the naturally bigger and stronger fighter, Crawford's recent performances have sparked new questions about how the fight might unfold. According to Khan, size and power alone won't be enough. Fighters will need ring IQ, speed, strategy, and complete boxing skills to come out on top. He added that this matchup features two of the best pound-for-pound fighters, and even though Crawford will be giving up some weight, it's still an incredibly close and unpredictable fight that could go either way.
It's made a bigger fight happen now with Canelo and Crawford. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that one.
Is there more question marks being asked in that fight now? Because a lot of people say, look, Canelo's a bigger guy. He should technically be the bigger guy, have too much weight for Crawford. But from that performance, do you feel like it's a lot tight and there's a lot more question marks in that fight?
Yeah, I mean, you need more than size, you need more than weight, you need more than everything. I mean, I think what you need now is you just need box IQ, the right box IQ, you know what I mean? You need to be smart. And someone like Canelo fighting against Crawford, you need more than power, you need more than speed, you need ring IQ, you need literally everything, because this is the two best pound-for-pound fighters who are going to be fighting each other, even though Crawford is going to be giving away a lot of weight, but I feel that it could go either.
Hamza Shiraz shared his prediction for the Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Crawford fight, saying he expects Canelo to win by knockout largely due to the weight difference. He pointed out that moving up from 154 to 168 pounds to face one of the best in the sport is a massive jump, even for someone as talented as Crawford. However, he acknowledged that you can never fully count Crawford out, but he still believes Canelo is likely to secure the knockout.
Canelo does win by knockout. I think he does win by knockout, and that's only because of the weight. You can't jump up from 54 to 68 fighting the best of the best, even though you're the best yourself. It's too much of a weight jump, man. But listen, you never know. You can't write off Crawford, but I think Canelo will knock him out.
Dmitry Bivol shared his thoughts on the Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Crawford fight, saying he believes Crawford genuinely wants this matchup and will be more active than Canelo's last opponent. He praised Crawford's champion mentality, predicting it will make the fight even more exciting. On the weight difference, Bivol noted that Crawford won't allow Canelo to move around and rest whenever he wants, like he did in his previous fight. He said it will be much harder for Canelo to take breaks against Crawford. When asked who he thinks will win, Bivol admitted he's not sure but called it a very intriguing matchup.
I think Crawford wants this fight a lot. He wants this fight, and I think he will be more active than Canelo's previous opponent, and he has different mentality. He has champion mentality. I think fight will be much more interesting.
What do you make of the weight in that fight, the weight difference?
I think Crawford will not let Canelo just walking on the ring when he wants, you know, because we could see this fight. Canelo did everything. When he wanna rest, he could rest easy, you know, in this fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, when he wants to work, that guy didn't give him work. It just rest. And I think with Crawford, it will be harder to rest.
Who do you think wins?
I don't know. It's a very interesting fight, but I don't know.
Jaron Boots Ennis shared his thoughts on the Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Crawford fight, saying he favors Canelo to win. He noted that even though Canelo isn't a natural 168-pounder, he's been stopping bigger opponents, some who probably weigh close to 200 pounds on fight night. Ennis believes the matchup will be exciting and is exactly what fans want to see. He also suggested that Crawford should consider a tune-up fight at 160 pounds to get used to bigger opponents, build muscle, and stay sharp while avoiding a long layoff.
I think you gotta lean more towards Canelo, because like I said before, he been putting big guys out and down, and Canelo not even really a 68-pounder. He probably really should be at 60, maybe, and he been hurting these guys. I think he be dropping these guys and things like that. So, and them guys be way bigger than him come fight night. I know that for sure. They be probably close to 200 pounds, and he dropping those guys like that. So, I don't know. You know, it's gonna be a great fight. You know, the fans want to see it. So, you know, so be it. I think Crawford should take a warm-up fight. You know, at like 60, or like at least at 60, just to get his body, you know, to fill into somebody a little bit bigger, you know, and things like that. You know, I know when you go up in weight, you gotta, you know, develop that power and not develop the power, but like put that muscle on and be heavy and things like that. So he might not want to take a fight because he's trying to build up right now, but I think he should, just to stay sharp and that way he don't have like a long layoff or anything like that.
Bozy Ennis shared what his approach would be if he were coaching Terence Crawford for a fight against Canelo Alvarez. He emphasized the importance of movement, control, and precision. According to Ennis, Crawford would need to avoid the ropes, stay sharp, and constantly change his rhythm to disrupt Canelo's timing. Since Canelo packs serious power, Crawford can't afford to be a stationary target. Ennis added that strong footwork, a tight guard, and smart setups would be crucial for Crawford to stay one step ahead.
Just what I would say. If I, was working with Terence or something like that, I would have him boxing, you know what I mean? Boxing, moving, and when he gets set time up, frustrating, you know what I mean? And that's the only way I can see him, Terence beating him, you know what I mean? Now, Canelo's a puncher, man, you know what I mean? So you can't be laying around on the ropes on him because he punch you in your arm and hurt you. You know what I mean? So you gotta be on. You gotta be on. I mean, boxing, moving, no shake here, no fake there, you know what I mean? Hands up. Gotta be right, man. You know what I mean? I think that's gonna be a great fight, man. People counting Terence out.
Edgar Berlanga shared his thoughts on the Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Crawford fight, saying that in boxing, anything is possible, and he considers Crawford a legendary and exceptional fighter. However, he believes Canelo has the advantage when it comes to size and weight. While Berlanga respects Crawford's skill and ring IQ, acknowledging that he can compete with anyone and even outperform them, he also emphasized that Crawford should never be underestimated despite Canelo's physical edge. Berlanga made it clear that Crawford's greatness in the sport is undeniable.
Believe, that, anything can happen in boxing, you know what I'm saying? And Terence Crawford is a legend. He's great. He's a great fighter. The only thing I see that I favor Canelo is that, his weight.
Yeah.
And that he's more bigger. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing. But as far as skill set wise, IQ, I feel like Crawford can match anybody and probably do way better. You know what I'm saying? But Crawford is a legend, bro.
Yeah.
And like I said, you can't.
Roy Jones Jr. shared his thoughts on the potential Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Crawford fight, calling it an exciting matchup for boxing. While some may doubt the fight, Jones believes it could go either way depending on Canelo's approach. He warned that if Canelo fights recklessly, he could lose, but if he fights smart, it would be a tough challenge. For Crawford, Jones stressed the importance of hitting the weight limit and maximizing his strength, saying that staying within that limit will be crucial for his success.
Canelo, done deal. Looks like the fight is signed. What's your thoughts on this fight, man?
Man, it's a great fight for boxing. I know people don't agree with it,
But if Canelo fights one inkling of the wrong fight, he's gonna lose. If he comes out and fights the right fight, it's gonna be a tough one. So right now, I think it go be either way, but it depends on what type of fight Canelo fights.
You've been a guy that moved up in weight class. How do you think Terence Crawford should handle the weight? Should he come in lighter? Should he come right around the weight limit?
Come in as big as he can get. He get to the weight limit. Because there is a weight limit, get to the weight limit.
Errol Spence Jr. believes Terence Crawford has everything it takes to challenge Canelo Alvarez and achieve something great. Spence expressed his support for Crawford, stating he would back him if the fight happens. While he's unsure about the outcome, Spence feels Crawford, in his pursuit of greatness, is capable of taking on this challenge. He also mentioned that since Canelo has moved up to 175 pounds to face fighters like Kovalev, Crawford, who started his career at 147 pounds, should be able to rise to the occasion as well.
It could happen. I mean, why not? If Crawford want to challenge himself to be great, let him try to be great, you know. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm with it. So, you know, I'll be going for Bud, you know, if he fight Canelo, I'll be going for him. I mean, I don't know if he's gonna win or lose, but I'll definitely be going for Crawford. I think if anybody can pull it off, he can pull it off. Yeah. He's chasing greatness, so why not? Canelo came up to 175 and all that and fought Kovalev and fought the other guy too. So I mean, if he can do it, and he started at 147. So I mean, if he's doing it, why can't Crawford do it?
Brian "Bomac" McIntyre, Terence Crawford's trainer, kept the details of the fight under wraps but expressed his excitement for the challenge ahead. He's eager to see Crawford rise to the occasion and prove his greatness. Bomac believes Crawford is one of the top fighters in boxing, and as his coach, his role is to guide him to victory with the full support of the team, including Red and Bernie.
First off, how excited are you about it, and break the fight down for us?
Well, I ain't gonna break the fight down for you because I don't want to get a game plan away. But I'm excited for Terence more than anything to get the fight that he wants, to show the world that he's great. He's great, one of the greats that laced up the gloves. And so it's my job as a trainer. It's a job of Saul, the job of Red, whoever else is coming in camp with us, Bernie, to lead him to that win.
Bomac also mentioned that Crawford must have seen something in Canelo when he chose to challenge him. He pointed out that it's Canelo who's being called out, showing Crawford's belief in his own ability to win. Bomac emphasized that their main focus is helping Crawford reach that goal and come out on top.
I'll tell you like this, the man must have seen something when he called to Canelo out, because you got to remember, Bud called Canelo out. So he must see something in order for him to get that win, and he know he can win. So like I said before, it's our job to get him to that point.
Caleb Plant praised Terence Crawford for his strength and punching power, highlighting Crawford's versatility in switching between orthodox and southpaw styles effortlessly. He also admired Crawford's ability to control various distances in the ring, whether it's close, mid-range, or from the outside. Plant expressed his excitement for the fight, but acknowledged the uncertainty of the outcome, which is why so many fans are eager to see how it plays out.
I give him a chance. You know, Terence is freakishly strong. He can punch. He's got good crack. He can fight from both ways. Orthodox, southpaw. He can fight at mid-range, close range, outside. And he can fight going both ways. So it's exciting. It's a big question mark on the end of it, though. So that's why, I'm sure all of us are excited for that bell to ring and, be able to find out first.
Plant also shared some advice with Crawford, urging him to stay true to his own style. He emphasized that Crawford's skills allow him to adapt and switch stances easily in any situation. Plant encouraged Crawford to remain calm, enjoy the process, and focus on having a solid training camp. He believes the key is to let the fight unfold naturally.
And encourage Terence to be himself. As I said before, from the inside, mid-range, outside, southpaw, right hand, moving left, moving right, he can do it all. So I would encourage him to stay relaxed, go in there, have fun, have a good camp, and let the dice roll.
Jim Lampley raised concerns about Crawford's readiness for a fight against Canelo, pointing to his previous bout with Israel Madrimov as a warning. Lampley believes Crawford had difficulty adjusting to a higher weight class, and moving up further to face someone like Canelo is worrisome. While he acknowledges Crawford's talent, Lampley is concerned that Canelo's size and strength at super middleweight could take away the advantages Crawford usually relies on. Lampley doesn't doubt Crawford's heart or ability, but he feels this weight jump could impact his performance in the ring.
What do you think about the fight now that you just witnessed Canelo Alvarez again in a masterclass performance?
I love Terence Crawford, and I want him to have what he wants. But off of what I saw tonight and what I saw in Los Angeles last month when Crawford was fighting Madrimov, I am more than ever concerned that he's not big enough, and not big enough to be able to move around the ring and muscle Canelo in the way that you would have to ward off those really vicious inside power shots.
Andre Ward expressed strong confidence in Terence Crawford's ability to take on Canelo Alvarez, despite the challenge of moving up in weight. While acknowledging the difficulty of the weight jump, Ward pointed out that no one has yet been able to break Crawford's resolve or outthink him in the ring. He made it clear that he wouldn't bet against Crawford, as no one has proven they can defeat him. Ward emphasized that his belief in Crawford's skills isn't meant to downplay Canelo's abilities, but rather to highlight his faith in Crawford's ability to overcome any opponent.
I'm going with Terence Crawford. Big weight jump, a dangerous fight, but somebody's got to prove to me that they can break Terence Crawford's will and that he can't figure it out against you. It ain't no disrespect toward Canelo, but I've said this the last couple of years. I'm not betting against Terence Crawford against nobody right now. You got to show me that you can beat.
Juan Manuel Marquez expressed concerns about the potential fight, recognizing Terence Crawford's skill in lower weight classes like super lightweight, welterweight, and super welterweight. However, Marquez voiced doubts about Crawford moving up further in weight, suggesting it might not be the best move. He referenced Crawford's performance against Madrimov, where Crawford appeared slower and less powerful, indicating that the higher weight class might not suit him. While Marquez praised Crawford's defense and punching technique, he believes the weight difference could give Canelo a significant advantage in the fight.
I don't like the fight because Terence Crawford is a good fighter, but in the sport of boxing, it has divisions. What's that mean,
Right, weight classes.
Yeah, weight classes
for a reason.
Weight classes and Terence Crawford is a good fighter in super lightweight, welterweight, super welterweight, but I think more. I remember when Terence Crawford fought with Madrimov.
Yes.
He looks slow. He looks with no power, and three more divisions. Two more divisions. I think it's a top fight for Terence Crawford. But Terence Crawford is a great fighter. He has a great defense. He has a good combination punches. But I think the weight class is no good for him.
Mikey Garcia shared his thoughts on the potential Crawford versus Canelo fight, admitting that he's not particularly excited about it, but believes it will happen due to the huge financial rewards. Garcia pointed out that Crawford would likely take the fight because of the massive payday, which would be the biggest of his career. He also suggested that Canelo might see the fight as one where he doesn't have much to lose, even if he suffers a defeat. With a potential payout of $80 to $100 million or more, Garcia believes Canelo will accept the challenge without hesitation.
I think they do the Crawford fight. I'm not very excited for it either, but I think they do it because so much money that's being poured out there, and Crawford obviously also would like to take that fight because he's gonna make the biggest paycheck ever. Canelo will see it like a fight that he's not gonna get hurt. Even if he were to lose that fight, he's not getting hurt.
Yeah.
But he is gonna collect fucking 80, 100 million or whatever the fuck he's gonna collect. It's a lot of money. So he'll take it.
Regis Prograis stated that he's picking Canelo Alvarez to win, stressing that weight classes are important. While he has great respect for Crawford and views him as one of the top fighters, Prograis believes Canelo's power and experience in higher weight classes give him the edge.
I got Canelo on that one. Crawford? Yeah, I got Canelo, bro. I mean, shots watching Canelo earlier, Canelo versus Triple G. I mean, I just think that it's weight class for a reason. Crawford, the best. I think Crawford, the best fighter on the planet. Been the best fighter on the planet for
Prograis admitted that it's tough to choose between the two, but he feels Canelo's success across multiple weight divisions makes him the more formidable opponent. Ultimately, despite his respect for Crawford, Prograis leaned toward Canelo for the win.
Usyk and NOE, they're the best on the planet. But for me, obviously, I'm American. We got to stick with the Americans. So I think Crawford the best fighter on the planet. But Canelo, I think Canelo just a different monster, bro. They always say this, bro. They make weight class for a reason. So I got Canelo, bro. It's hard for me to. Canelo like the tank, bro. It's hard for me to go against him. It's hard for me to go against Bud too. But oh man, with Canelo with going up those weight divisions, I feel like I feel like I'm going Canelo.
So, what do you think about all this? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video.